Alright, so this video will focus on Chapter 4, Section 7. So the first one says graph the linear equation. And if we look here, the starting point, of course, is when y equals 3 and x is 0, so 0, 3. And then the slope from that point would be up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. So it looks kind of like this. Again, it starts at 0, 3. It goes up 2 over 1. Or it can go down 2 into the left 1, down 2, left 1. This one here, the starting point will be at 0, 2 on the y-axis. And then it'll go down 1 and over 1. So let's look here. So I start at 2. I go down 1, over 1, down 1, over 1, down 1, over 1. It says now graph these as well. So again, now I'm going to start at -1 on my, so 0, -1. And then I'll go up 2 over 3. So it started at 0, -1, up 2 over 3, up 2 over 3. Or I could go down 2 and to the left 3. For this one here, the starting point is at 4. So 0, 4 is my starting point. And then I'll go down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2. And again, notice that with the negative slopes, from left to right, it's going downwards. And for the positive slopes, from left to right, it's going upwards. So again, it is starting at 0, 4. And I go down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2. This one, of course, kind of the same thing. So I'm going to start at 0, -10. I'll go up 5 over 1. So you can't even see it here. But let's go to a point where it intersects. It intersects right here. So I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over 1. And that's where it'll intersect again. This one here will start at 14. So 0, 14. It'll go down 5 and to the right 7. So again, it starts at 0, 14. These are counting by 2's. And then I go down 5, which would be 2, 4, so it'd be like right here, 5, and then over, this goes by 2 as well, 2, 4, 6, and 7 is right here. So that's how this one will work. The essential question is, how can you write an equation of a line when you are given the slope and a point on the line? And this is actually a really great lesson, and this will save you tons of time if you understand what you're doing. So make sure if you get confused, you simply press pause or rewind and watch it one more time. So it says here, first of all, with your partner, go through and try to sketch out or draw these equations. So if m equals -2, that means that regardless of, so that's my slope, m equals -2. So it'd be -2 over 1, right? And if I do that, I'm going to go down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1, down 2 over 1. And I'm over here. I'll do the same thing with 1/3, but I want to get back to the starting point. So let me just draw these out real fast. So again, if I go down 2 and over 1, I'm right here. If I go down 2 and over 1, I'm right here. If I go down 2 and over 1, I'm right here. I'm not there yet. Down 2 over 1, I'm right here. So this one is y equals -2x minus 2. This one here is at 1/3, right? So if I go up 1 and over 1, 2, 3, I'm over here, but I'm getting further away from my y. So I'm going to go down 1 over 1, 2, 3. And this one is y equals 1/3 x plus 1. I can do the same thing here where I go down 2. So 1, 2, and then I go over 1, 2, 3. So I'm over here. But I want to go the other way. So I'm going to go up 2, 1, 2, and over 1, 2, 3. So this one is going to be y equals -2/3 x plus 4. So I can absolutely go through and I can figure these things out by going and backtracking until I get to the y-axis. Or there's a more efficient way which I'd like to show you today. So we're going to draw a non-vertical line that passes through this here. Actually, we're going to skip this one for a moment and go over to this one. And it says for 4 months, you saved $25 a month, and you now have $175. Draw a graph that shows the balance in your account after T months. Well, all that we know for a fact is every month it's going by 25, right? So that means for 3 months, I'd have 150, and then I have 125, and then I would have 100, and it means I probably started off with about $75. That's just a linear equation. So that's my equation here. It'd be y equals 25 x plus my starting point, which was 0.75, so plus 75. That's my whole equation. And the way that I got to it is I just backtracked. But wouldn't it be nice if I could find a way to go in and get this answer without having to backtrack? And there absolutely is. And I would love to show it to you. So it's actually called this point slope. And it goes like this. It's y minus y1 equals m times the quantity of x1, I'm sorry, x minus x1. And I'll put some numbers in here so we can actually see it. So if I plug in these numbers, my ordered pair that I have here would be 4 and 175, right? So this is my x term, and this is my y term. And let's plug this in. So I'm going to have y minus 175 equals my slope, which in this case we said was 25, which has been established here. So I'll say 25, that's my slope. And then my x value, so it would be x minus, in this case it would be 4. Now what I have to do is I have to go through and I have to distribute. So I'll have y, let me just extend this out a little bit here. So I'll say y equals, or I'm sorry, y minus 175 equals, and now let's distribute. So this would be 25x minus negative 100. All right, now I want to get y by itself, right? So I'm going to have to add 175 on this side, add 175 on this side, and now I'm going to have y equals 25x plus 75. If you look here, I actually got that starting point just by having one ordered pair and my slope using this equation. So this will save us a ton of time, and it's really important that we start utilizing it, and we'll have more exposure and more practice. So here's basically what it is this is the point slope formula. And again, it's y minus y1 equals m times the quantity of x minus x1. And this will just show you that this is the line that passes through the two. So here's an example. What I want you to do is I want you to try to utilize that formula that I just showed you. So again, it was y minus 1, or y minus y1 equals m, which is your slope, times the quantity of x minus x1. And what I'd like for you to do is I want you to enter in what we know here for a fact. All right, so plug these things into this equation, press pause, or and try to solve it, and then press play, and let's see if you got it right. So as hopefully you plug these things in, and when you did that, you entered in the 1 for the y, and the negative 6 here, right here. Now we have to distribute, of course, so this will become 2/3 x, and then plus 12 over 3, so plus 4. And this isn't quite solving yet. Sorry, we'll get to that in a moment. But if we try this one, so let's plug this in. So again, we're going to do the same kind of thing. So it'll be y minus 2. And then times 4, or negative 4 times x minus 1. So this is what it should be like for all of them. And now you're probably wondering again, well, how does this help me? And again, once you start distributing these things, and I'm going to do that right here. I'm going to do it just for number 1. So I'll just say y minus 2 equals negative 4 times the quantity of x minus 1. They're stopping at a stage before we get to the answer. Because now what I'll do is I'll take y minus 2 equals negative 4x plus 4. And of course I want to get y by itself, so I'll add 2 here, add 2 here, and I'll get y equals negative 4x plus 6. And let's just see if that works for a moment. If I plug in these ordered pairs, if I plug in a 1 here, negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. And then negative 4 plus 6 is 2, which is what I get here, y equals 2. So this formula will make this ordered pair work. All right, so here's the next one we're going to do. Go through, plug these in. Again, we have to first of all figure out the slope here. We don't have a slope right now, do we? So I'm going to go through and I'm going to put down my 2 and 4, and then 5 and negative 2. Look for my slope, which in this case it's going down by 6, so minus 6. And this is going up by 3. So my m equals negative 6 over 3, or negative 2. Now that I have this here, I can just take one of these ordered pairs if you want. And I'll do this. So I'll take y minus 4 equals negative 2 times the quantity of x minus 2. Then we'll keep on going with this. And I'll just distribute. So I'll have negative 2x, and then I'll go here, and this becomes positive 4. And this all equals y minus 4, right? Of course, I want to get the y by itself. So I'll add 4 to this side, add 4 to this side, and I'll get y equals negative 2x plus 8. And that is my actual answer, which is pretty cool because I've just figured out the whole formula based off of 2 points. All right, so let's look to see if that's accurate. And here it is. So make sure that you understand each step of what we're doing here. We'll just do one more example. And here it is. So you finish parasailing and you're being pulled back to the boat. And after 2 seconds, you are 25 feet above the boat. So let's do that for a second. So if I go new, all right, so they're being pulled back. So after 2 seconds, you are 25 feet above the boat. So I'll put down . And I guess the thing I missed right away is right here. It says that you're going down 10 feet per second. So that's your slope. So I have all the things that I need right now. I have my time. So my ordered pair would be 2 and 25. So this is my x and this is my y. And then this is going to be my slope is m equals 10 over 1. And it's really negative 10, right? I'm going down. So let's just plug this in. So I'm going to have y minus 25 equals negative 10 times the quantity of x minus 2. I'm going to go through and distribute this. So I'll say this is, oh boy, got a little big there. All right, let's try it again. Sorry about that. So again, I have x minus 2, and then it was negative 10, right? All right, so I'm going to go through here, and I'm going to have negative 10x, and then this will be plus 20. And this all equals y minus 25. Add 25 to both sides. I'll have y equals negative 10x plus 45. So let's go through here and check out what it says here. So there it is. And this is what the graph will look like. So when it starts, I'll be 45 feet above, because if you plug in a 0 into this, at 0 seconds, you're 45 feet up in the air. And that's really what this whole lesson is all about, this point slope formula.